1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Today, I will be talking to you all about cell phones. I know everyone in here have a cell phone. Well, there are many types of cell phones. Some of them can be very expensive as well. This one right here in particular is a Galaxy, but phones can be a problem as well. Some phones cause relationship problems, meaning the spouse is not being honest in the relationship, or either someone is not being as open as they should with friends or whomever, mainly on social media. That is some of the things I will be talking to you about. Some of my details. I know many of you have maybe have problems in their relationships with phones. I know I have. So today I will be talking to you about other things that we can do to prevent this from happening. If we're in a relationship with anyone, the relationship should be open for a cell phone use. There should be no private codes, or at least if it's a code, at least everyone should know. Cell phones can also cause a burden in communication problems. Some people choose text messages instead of actually calling someone. Instead of using a text message, why not just pick up the phone and call? Well, that's the question that many of us is thinking, well, why can't I just call? But texting someone is very easy to do, besides getting on the phone and calling. But can that be a way that we can prevent relationship problems from happening? Maybe it could. But what about taking other steps to improve our relationships? Well, when we're at the dinner table, eating food, it can be breakfast, dinner, or maybe lunch. But after a while, somebody's phone is going to go off. Ding, 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 ding. Hello. Immediately, the family time is gone. So what can we do to prevent this from happening? Well, still, that's the question that we all want to know. So cell phones can be very useful, but they can be a hindrance as well, especially coming down to family time. But we all need cell phones because we need them on our everyday journey. But at the same time, are we using them for good purposes, especially towards relationships? Well, what are some of the rules that we can do, and what are some of the rules that we shouldn't do? Well, I'm not here to persuade anyone, but I'm just here to just give you all a few ideas just in case you run into these type of problems. Well, after surfing the internet and talking to different friends, some people didn't have a problem with spouses having a code on their phone, but some of them did. So, well, what about a good idea of talking with your spouse saying, well, hey, can we both just lay our phones to the side? Or can we just not use our phone for today? Let's pick up the house phone and call. How are you doing today? Instead of texting. How about that? Anybody agree with that? Okay, so, well, what about just instead of texting all the time, what about riding by that person's house? I know a text is very easy for some, but a phone call will be great for others. Cell phone use in relationships, people can get private text through social media. People can send text through social media, and then when the spouse finds out about it, then it's going to be a great deal of problem. So how can we prevent this from happening? Well, that's the question that still arises. So, with that being said, I hope everyone have a nice day, and thank you all for listening.
Imagine